What up, y'all? Welcome to OTHERspace PM. This is our second episode. Want to welcome every single person that is tuning in tonight. What up, Jason the Ape? I'm really excited to be here with you tonight and just be able to chop it up, dude. We got a lot that we can talk about and just decompress. Speaking of decompress, you got a Modelo going?
Yeah, dude, just a little Modelo feeling. I'm the Mexican vibe. Went to the carniceria today, picked up some salsa and carnitas, and I love going there practicing my Spanish, man. That's where I practice my Spanish. But I'm stoked to be here. Episode 2 of Other Space PM. Another opportunity to kind of kick it, talk about all things that are happening in the Web3 world that we find interesting, and looking forward to doing this on a more regular basis. Like we've got Other Space uh FM Thursdays, which is our kind of
Hey,
go-to spaces show. But it's nice to kind of mix it up. We kicked off Deckside this week with the
yeah,
ladies of BAYC. We premiered that on Saturday.
it was
Actually
great.
loved how that series went. But I'm just stoked to be creating more content with you, man, and having fun with the homies out here. So thank you everyone for coming through and hanging out. If you haven't already, give the video a like, go ahead and do that right now. Just take that task out of the way.
Yeah, give it a like. Make sure you're
Right?
subscribing. If you want to share it, feel free to share it. This we started this because we were planning so much for Other Space FM that happens every Thursday, and then we kicked off that interview series, which as we just shared, like we're both really excited about that. We got a really great episode coming up this week. So that's going to be really cool. But yeah, and then like we also wanted to create a live stream for us to just be able to decompress, kick it with the community. So
Right.
everyone that's pulling up in the chat, and just make it a little loose and less formal. And it's the end of the night over here on the West Coast. So we're at the top of the DGen hours, you know what I'm
I
saying?
know,
So
dude. I took my nap after our midday meetings. My sleep schedule is so screwed up because of Hv-Mtl. But I'm only playing 13 Hv-Mtls this season, so I'm able to sleep quite a bit more than last season. Let's talk about that real quick before we get into it, because I see so many homies we trade votes with on the daily
yeah, what
in
up,
the other
Top Shot? What up,
spaces.
Choice? What up,
Yo,
Angry? What up, Crop to Justin, Nathan?
hey,
Good
our
job.
Discord's we're 3 people away from 1,000 people in Discord, dog. So just let's take a second and
so,
celebrate that.
so
Yeah, just
just this. Hell yeah, dude. We're almost at a
golf clap.
thousand, dude.
No, but that's cool, dude, because it's a group of people who actually care about what we're talking about when it comes to this kind of gaming, Yugaverse, right? And there's a lot of games coming out, and it's kind of hard to navigate by yourself. Like 10KTF can be a little much by itself. Hv-Mtl is kind of confusing. They just give us stuff, and they're like, figure it out, So
Yeah, yeah.
having our little group to kind of bounce ideas off, trade votes, vibe, even spend a little time when you're frustrated in the VC or having fun or whatever. That's been a cool experience all
Dude,
the
I
way
wouldn't
around.
I wouldn't be able to like keep up with everything if it wasn't for everyone just having a place to pull up. You know
Oh
what I
yeah.
mean? Like you got people like Justin who's creating really awesome content about Otherside. He's keeping that conversation going. He just did a video around like battle ally NFTs and what's probably like the most affordable way to get into it, and he did a video on mutant hounds being that, and then a day later today, we got an announcement from the same people, Novel Labs, that created mutant hounds and mutant cartel dropping Serum City. So
Yeah,
we'll go
let's
over
talk
that
about that.
together.
What's Serum City, man? I mean, like,
Well, before we get into it,
there's
we
so much
got we
going on.
got that. We got Rec League, the Mint's coming up. KYC is due. I gotta do that. You did that.
Deadline's tomorrow,
Yeah,
August
I need
15th.
to pick your brain on like what that KYC process looks like. And there's a new video that came out that shows off the minting, uh like what the whole mint number one is. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think that's something we can watch
I
together and
I
then
had some
maybe
learns I found out today while I did that because I have my codas and I wanted to make sure I got You know, if you have multiple codas, it helps with the rarity when you mint. So, which is a cool thing they're doing. So,
Yeah. Yeah. And you got your Modelo. I got my Sad Sailor Sour.
how is that from Board Brewing, right?
Yes, sir. This is Board Bishop's Sad Sailor Sour. Banana Berry Sour Ale. 6.9% alcohol. Take a look at the can though.
I know the cans are sick. All of the
Sick.
Board Brewing cans are pretty beautiful the way they've done them.
Meet Board Bishop. Let me see what this says. Board Bishop came from a long line of swashbucklers who brewed beer in the Prohibition days and snuck into ships from the central port of Redacted.
Yeah.
Today was his crypto windfall. Board Bishop hangs out at the Bored Ape Yacht Club or in his dog-friendly boring brewing or in his dog-friendly board brewery playing board games all day.
They try to make that a
So
tongue twister. So you drink another beer and then you say it again, and then you drink another beer and you say it again.
things are getting hairy,
That's cool, man. That's cool.
yeah,
That's a tall boy
this is
too.
super cool. Yeah, dude. So I actually had to crack it open because
How's
the
it taste?
wifey was like, "Hey, are you gonna drink this?" I was like, "Oh, I'm waiting for the live stream to drink it on there." She's like, "Well, I wanted to taste it. I'm definitely not jumping on your live stream." So she cracked it open just before, and I got her take.
What you
So
think?
I'm
What
about
do you
to
guys
taste
think?
it myself.
Oh, okay. Your first taste.
Mm-hmm.
Breathe it in.
Okay. Okay. It's definitely like a
Beer, right?
sour, but it's sweet. It's banana berry sour ale.
Banana berry. Okay.
Yeah.
I want one of those beers from my ape, man. I know that there's a
It
process
almost
to go
tastes
through, but
like kombucha almost, but
yeah,
without
yeah.
all the fizz and all that. It's just like it's nice and smooth. Um, but it has a lot of flavor. So yeah,
Yeah.
pretty
At
good.
at
I'm
that
not like
Yuga
a
event.
big sour guy either, but I can rock this, dude. This is good. Thank you guys at
Did you
Board Brewing.
I
This
gotta
is
get one of
also
those. I
made
haven't
by
tried them yet.
apes. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah. Yeah, made by apes. What a crazy thing, man. That's been cool to see so many projects and apes pop out of, I don't wanna say nowhere because 'cause they've probably been here, but pop onto the radar, and all of a sudden you see all these different things that are out there that you may not have seen before. Like, I've seen a lot of projects pop up with that Made by Apes thing that I've never heard of before. So, I
Dude,
love
that's
seeing how
great,
many
right?
people are working. Yeah, like, they're like, "Hey, I'm working, I'm doing this thing. Here's a
And we got a
validator."
racing team. I feel like, we're it's like our all of our businesses put
Bro,
together. You know what I mean? Like, we got a racing team, we got some breweries, we got
I
some shit.
that racing team, so my neighbor has a truck that he's been working on for, like, 2 years, like, a off-road racing truck, and it hasn't been painted or anything, it's just primed.
Yeah.
Big ass tires and everything, and I'm like, "Yo, let's get a wrap, let's get some kind of micro grant, bunch of Bored Apes throw down, and we'll have it wrapped with Bored Apes, and it'll be an official off-roading Bored Ape vehicle, go out to all these events in SoCal." This is where my mind's at now, dude. I'm like, "Where can we have some
Shit.
fun with this kinda stuff?" You know?
It'd be sick is like get one of those hovercrafts like that go in the swamps, the big
Oh.
ass bumper and the propellers in the back, and then
They're
fucking
going
put
on a
some
s
Bored Ape shit on that.
I mean, maybe.
Do
Gotta hit
some
up the
swamp
Dynasty
swamp racing,
Duck Hunters. Maybe.
But yeah,
Alright,
and
well,
real quick, I also I was attacking these. Um, but I got some bored munchies. You can see they're like halfway gone.
what is it, like
But
trail mix?
yeah, this is from Forever, famous Forever. Aloha flavor. Oh no, Aloha Forever trail mix. Really good though. Like
Nice,
I've been munching on these while I'm forging away,
nice.
and they have this extra sweet and spicy one, and that was my jam. So I'm gonna need some more of that.
That's
But this
awesome.
one's all gone. But man, the apes are just they're making cool shit, and it's inspiring because like makes me want to continue to make cool shit,
Well, I was telling you, man. When I got back from the Bored Ape party, what was like 2 weeks ago, I had a bag of stickers that I got, and I pulled it out, and there was an eighth in it from Board and Stone, the LA dispensary
Okay.
that gives away a free eighth to mutants and apes every single day. So,
Crazy.
it was so beautiful. I thought it was a big sticker, and I flipped it over. I was like, "Oh shit, this is just flat." I'll smoke this. It was great. Like, speaking of apes doing cool things, man, the half-baked vape pens that have my Mutant M1 and M2 are now out in Queens in dispensaries, or a dispensary in Queens. So, just a baby step, but, putting that IP to work. So, love seeing that
Nice.
out there. Yeah, man.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I know one of the things we want to do is learn a little bit about Serum City together. You know,
Yeah,
that's
absolutely. I was
that's
laughing
something
at
that
my ape
happened.
when I drank the beer. Absolutely. Serum City was cool. Mutant Cartel has been an interesting project for a while. I minted hounds. I remember getting lucky with the one I
Oh my
minted and
god.
had a pretty special one back in the day.
You did. You
Yeah.
did. What was your highest offer on that?
I don't even remember, man. It was so long ago.
I
Like,
remember.
I just looked at a video of the hypno trips and it said 2 months ago, and I was like, I could have sworn that was a year and a half ago when that video went up. So
Yeah. Yeah.
don't
No, I
even say it.
remember
Don't
you
say
had like
it.
it was above 20 ETH.
Oof.
It was above 20 ETH. And then you waited a day and then the highest bid was around 11.
Yeah. What a crazy time that was.
Yeah, dude. Which is still crazy.
Yeah. Where
But
did it go? Where did it go?
I know. Well, dude,
Probably into deeds.
well, deeds, that's what I was going to say. Like, deeds are like point 0.3 something
Really?
right now. Yeah,
Oh,
man.
man.
So I'm,
They need that Legends of Mara video to come out. I'm wondering what they're taking so long with, because we saw it at the Yuga event, right? Like, that's what they closed the testing with. Did you think it would take this long for them to post it? I thought it was going to come out like the next day or so.
yeah, man. Yeah, I thought it looked ready to me. So,
Right.
you know,
Like, let's get this game going, guys.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
0.37, Justin says. That's crazy.
yeah, it's looking good. But you know what? Like the game's about to start, right? Like this could be actually like a blessing in disguise for a lot of people because they might see the trailer, they might want to get in, right when the game launches, and it creates like an affordable way to get into it, a more affordable way.
Yeah.
Even though I believe that there's going to be multiple ways that people can get involved with the game. It may not just be like owning another deed and a vessel, right?
Right.
Like we know that's required for nesting in Legends of the Mara, but who knows what entails when you have a battle ally, and then we'll talk about Battletown bounties also because that mechanic of joining as a team that could very well play into Legends of the Mara.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which I think is going to happen. When they showed 5 codas in the Legends of the Mara trailer, defeating a Shattered. I'm like, who the hell has 5 codas?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you
Just
have to
bad
be able to
teeth.
team up. Just bad teeth.
Nah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, I feel what you're saying, man. Because like I have 3 codas, and I feel like that's a lot. And so like having to find uh a team in a sense is going to be an interesting dynamic to that game. But like also, I just want to see the next part of a game given to us, right? Like we've waited for the other side for so long, and don't get me wrong, I know we're going to wait a lot longer. I know it's a long-term play. I have the grandiose vision of what it can be, but the patience thing is like it still gets to you after a certain time because we've made so much content on aspirations and dreams of what it could be that at a certain point I'm like, damn, just let me in, man. Like I want to get a taste of it
yeah.
for real. And that Yuga test gave us that taste where I'm like, now I have that taste, and it's like, I know what you guys can do. Let me back in. Like, come on.
Well, here's the thing, like even Vlad, who said, "What should I be looking at when choosing a deed?" The thing is, we're seeing Otherside kind of take on multiple legs too. Like you have Otherside and this idea of having like this open world, interoperable items. You can manufacture, you can like author and manufacture things, like build your own world.
Right.
So there's that aspect of it. Like as a creator, I may be able to build some really cool experiences, architecture, things on my deed, mini games, so that I can host experiences in the metaverse. And that was kind of our initial excitement, right? Like we were
Right.
like, oh, we're going to get this other side development kit or the ODK, and then we can build on our deed. And we even got a tier 5 sky deed, for OTHERspace FM, which we're going to build our OTHERspace station on there.
This
And
this
so,
oh, we need more deeds at this price, man.
well, that's the thing. And then there's Legends of the Mara, right? So every single deed now has like its attributes now actually have some sort of utility in Legends of the Mara. So when you're looking at deeds, it is kind of complex because there's a lot to actually look for. And we could do a whole video on that, which we have. If you want to go in our backlog, like selecting the right other deed is something that we put out. But I think even now it's kind of changed because with Legends of the Mara, that tier 5 environment, each one of the tiers in the environment tiers is a separate leaderboard, and it has a certain amount of worker slots.
Right.
So in Legends of the Mara, which is more of a card game, you got to have the right game assets to outfit the appropriate deed. And a tier 5 is going to have 5 worker slots on there versus a tier 1 environment will have 1 worker slot. And the whole purpose when you are fighting a shattered is you're going to want to fight a shattered and defeat it efficiently.
Right.
So if, like, for instance, if we use our OTHERspace stations tier 5 sky deed, we got 5 worker slots that could put a farmer or a hunter in there. And so if you got 3 codas and I have 1, we still have 1 more slot to fill in
Right.
order to effectively defeat a shattered and get the best rewards from that. And that's let alone like farming and things like that. So um a tier 5 doesn't necessarily mean it's better for you. I think it also comes down to like who you might be playing with on a daily basis, but and also what other assets do you have? Because if you don't have too many assets, the tier 1 and tier 2s are going to be really really great because you'll be able to outfit those worker slots and effectively defeat shattered on there to get better rewards.
Yeah.
So yeah, I wouldn't discount like some of the lower tier deeds either. So it all depends, and I think that's where like we can keep the discussion going, whether it's through content or over in the Discord. But we definitely think that this is going to be ramping up soon. The closer we are to the end of summer, the closer we are to
Every
Legends
day
of the
we're
Mara.
closer to it, man, a little bit, right? Did they give us, they said by the end of the summer Legends of the Mara would be out. Is that what they said?
Yeah, they said by end of summer. So, and like the tier 5s. So if just a little more on Legends of the Mara, if I'm like trying to defeat the Shattered, efficiently, and expeditiously, then I'm probably going to play on like tier 1 through tier 3 other deeds, so that I don't need as many slots to fill in unless I'm playing with someone like you, Jason. Like if there's a way to merge our assets and defeat it together. But if I'm playing on my own, I don't have I have one coda, and I have a few like hunters and a couple farmers. So I know I can fill out like a tier 2 or tier 3 environment. And so that's kind of where my personal focus is going to be. But for the tier 5, I want to put like 5 farmers on there. You know what I mean? I want the tier 5s, the higher tiers, to have like multiple farmers on there, um, so that they can just be as productive as possible farming that sediment. And so that's kind of where I'm leaning, is like, go fight the shattered on some of the lower tier ones, and then go farm the shit out of the tier 4s and tier 5s. And that's kind of where I'm leaning.
Honestly, man, this game can't come soon enough. We've talked about it so much that at this point I feel like it already exists. You know what I mean? Like I feel like the way we talk about it is that it's so real. I can see it, I can smell it. I almost feel like I can experience it now, yet it hasn't been pushed out to the world. So when it comes, I'm excited to see what it does to the floor action for codas, deeds, all that stuff. I want to know how artifacts play into this game, if they matter at all on the deeds right now, or if it's just the deeds number that
We
matter,
know
right?
they're going to be the rewards too.
What artifacts will be?
Yep, the unearthed artifacts. It was part of the blog. That when you defeat a shattered, you'll get loot box, but you'll also be rewarded with unearthed artifacts. So that's going to be a big part of it. I love, this is interesting what GSS said regarding low floors. Heard some big names discussing market making scenario that drives floors up and down to allow accumulation. They claim happening with MAYC right now and say buy dip thusly. So it's interesting. I'm
Yeah.
not. It could happen.
You know,
It's market
the
making is a thing.
it very much so is, especially when you see like Machi controlling a lot of stuff on Blur and how easily that can be controlled with the big few whales. But I don't know. It's one of these things where, buy what you feel comfortable with. For myself, like I've put so much into this that I just want to see it through. I want to see it succeed. I have high aspirations for what I believe it can be. So I've kind of put my position around that, but man, I wish I had more ETH to pick up deeds at 0.37. If anyone out there wants to donate rather a deed to OTHERspace FM, we'll take it. No,
Baron
but
Von, shoot your shot.
we do have to find maybe some sponsors for OTHERspace FM so we could start to acquire more deeds and set ourselves up like the Journey Club and be like, the biggest communal experience in the other side, so that when everyone comes through, it's like they're home away from home kind of
Yeah,
thing.
man.
Like
Yes,
that would be
sir.
pretty sick.
Yeah, you know what? We'll definitely find some sponsors, man. We just let's keep creating dope content, and we'll get some sponsors for this stuff. So, um, manifesting, you know what I'm
Yeah, yeah.
saying?
Maybe we should hit up Journey. We should work together, Journey. I think that would be cool.
All right. So why don't we dig in and learn a little bit about Serum City,
All
shall
right,
we?
for sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right. So here's novellabs.xyz.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, it's all good. Novellabs.xyz. Welcome to Serum City. So they did a blog post, and rise through the ranks to take the seat at the boss's table. Shoot, I don't know. This is like a lot of words, and then like,
Okay, so I haven't looked at it that much
ooh,
today, but what I've taken away is that it's a card game. And so it seems that card games are the meta right now. You have that other project, I think it's Parallax or Parallel or something with the Prime token that just came
it
out.
doesn't look like a card game, by the way.
That's what I heard. I might be wrong, but maybe the
No,
actions are through
this is a
cards.
city builder.
Okay, all right.
So, well, why don't we just
Yeah,
quickly
let's
read
read a
it
little bit because we don't know.
before we spread misinformation?
Absolutely, let's
All
spread it
right.
all.
Yo. All right. Mutants have to be tough to survive in Serum City. Born from a network of underground smuggling routes, this subterranean metropolis is now an engine of industry and trade. There are plenty of movers and shakers under its roof, but the Mutant Cartel are the guys that run things down here. Their enigmatic leader, Black Suit, has rallied mutants to cradle to build a home for the mutant nation. This is where you come in. As a recent blow in to its streets, you'll find the Undercity and its occupants reward those that build and graft. Cut your teeth bartering, hustling, and trying to rub some coins together. Very soon, you'll catch the eye of the cartel.
This sounds dope
Rise
so
in
far.
infamy. What was that?
I said this sounds so cool so far.
Yeah, I was like, this is right up your alley, huh?
Yeah.
Rise in infamy and influence as you create an empire and climb the ranks. Hell, you may even find yourself sitting at the boss's table one day. A satellite overview. Serum City is a new breed of game built by some very ambitious partners at the furthest frontier of Web3. A base builder set in the Mutant Cartel world that encourages social trading economies between players to progress. It's the first game outside of Yuga Labs to be powered by ApeCoin. Huh? And is built on one of the most pioneering and recognized NFT gaming platforms in the world. And this seems to link to Fairway.
Okay.
Serum City runs in successive seasons, involves community owned characters, enormously detailed crafting loops, and opens corridors to other Web3 games with interoperability, a key USP. In true decentralized ethos, we'll open the game to our token gated community and invite them into the house as we continue to build and refine the experience for mass market launch in a later season. Over the coming weeks, we'll be deep diving into each of the unique mechanics of this game that will make it unlike anything that's come before. But here are a few bites to whet your appetite.
Nice.
All right, so they show a
It does look like
screenshot.
a Sims game, someone said. It
Yeah,
kind of gives that vibe.
yeah, it almost like Farmville type stuff too, where you have like different areas that you can possibly build, you know. But first impression is I like the artwork.
Yeah, it's sick, man.
You know what
They
I mean?
they have never missed with the art. They definitely put a lot of
That's
effort into the
true.
artwork. Like
They haven't missed with the art. You're right.
yeah, they put the Lior and his team put a lot of effort into to what they put out visually, and you got to appreciate that.
Yeah, for real, dude. This looks like it could very well be like web based, but it could looks like it could be mobile as well. You
Right.
know?
I love that that's kind of the push that's happening right now. Because if you can win on mobile, you're gonna have a huge competitive advantage. Because that's where most people spend their time is on their phone.
Yeah, we'll see. We have like the MAYC skull up here, which, you know, I guess they got the rights to it.
They got the permission.
Did they?
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming too,
Yeah.
because they don't fuck around.
I know. I know.
I
So,
see Ben out there every time someone posts something like someone did a golf club and they put the Bored Ape head skull and he hit him up immediately like think about that, maybe not.
well, yeah, I know you wouldn't be able to like sell it. You know, a lot of people are making like fan art stuff or stuff to give away for free.
Right.
But if they plan on selling it, but anyway, I'm sure they know some people. Build your way up. Let's not get ahead of ourselves just yet. You'll begin with limited access to the facilities of Serum City, but with a little coin and a lot of elbow grease, you'll have a bustling hub in no time. Establish an HQ and start developing housing, community structures, factories, tradable goods, and hundreds of buildings and items. Gradually, 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 your very own Serum City will emerge within the sprawling metropolis. And then it looks like they have a shop here.
Nice.
So
Which is powered by
you
ApeCoin, but
got
what if
all, Yeah, community buildings, electricity, factories, decorations, gear factory, or I guess they misspelled it.
Uh,
Houses, other, and then yeah, looks like they have like different things, the time it probably takes, how much energy, and then
So what do you think that means? Like they get deeds somehow, or you gotta buy deeds, or these little plots, or what NFT do I have to get to play this game?
oh, that's what this next part is.
Okay, great.
It's a pass. So, but I was just looking at like some of these things. So it looks like they'll have coin, and then they have like these green gems. But I'm just trying to figure out like you got looks like energy, and then whatever the mutant skull is. All right, so be the first. Higher tier buildings will unlock special mechanics like the Capsule of Chaos. More on that later. Let's just say it's a mysterious artifact capable of converting base materials into something far more valuable. Buildings have different functions, and there are numerous crafting loops and item combinations that create powerful jewelry, weapons, and armor specific to the HQ you own. This city's economy is built on trading and hustling. Just make sure you've got the ape coin ready. The first to find successful recipes will have their names memorialized in the city's archives. And then it looks like they have this is like where you can craft things. So it says here you can craft items. This is the serum factory. It looks like you have a building watchdog that you can add and you can feed it. For manufacturing, it looks like you got some different things here. 44, 0, 12, 16. So I guess you can collect different serums. All right, win rewards. Use items to earn points, complete across various leaderboards, and climb the ranks. Everyone who plays will get a chance at securing rare crates of smuggled parts, while those at the very top will earn powerful rewards capable of affecting fused hounds and perhaps much more.
Interesting. Perhaps.
So,
Maybe or maybe not.
yeah.
Perhaps. That's what that means.
I like this though, it has the cheetah fur right here.
Can we just go back to the perhaps much more? That means so little, but that's hilarious.
Yeah. And perhaps much more. Maybe not more. Who
Maybe.
knows?
Also, this may be all.
This could be it.
This is all.
We'll see. Start your journey. The only way to play is to use a pass. Mutants, apes, mutant hounds, and mutant cartel oath owners are eligible to claim a Season 1 Serum City Pass. For further information on launch dates and mechanics, visit our FAQs and keep your ear out for the train arriving at Serum City.
Well, that's gonna be a lot if mutants, apes, hounds, and oath holders can all grab. Oh, that's cool. That's very neat.
Yeah, so
What happens? What happens if you click into any of these?
By the way, you can't hear it, right?
No.
Okay. Yeah, this. So this looks like it's novellabs.xyz/mutant cartel. And so they did talk about the archives, serum archives. Let's click in there. Okay. No, you can't click.
Nothing. All right. Well, that's cool.
Oh, what's this? The railway. Click.
Well, okay.
Everyone arriving at Serum City passes through here. What is Serum City? Pre-register for advanced access.
Oh, okay.
So it looks like you can do that. What's mutant suffrage? Your pledge and passport to the mutant cartel. Rise a made mutant and bear the hand with pride. So if you hit pledge,
oh, it just takes you. That's clever.
Takes you to the oath, which I have. Let's renew. Oh, apparently I gotta go get this new one too.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that looks quite different.
So I guess I gotta like connect wallet or some stuff. I don't even know, dude.
That's cool. There's so much going on in NFT projects all the
Man,
time, you know. That's the beauty of these kind of hangouts is we get to see what's up and catch up
must be
because
part of the pledge oath list. I guess I could mint. Let me see.
nope.
Well, I guess they don't have delegate wallet or warm wallet set up because I definitely have an oath, like one of the older ones.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
So
that's cool. I gotta see
yeah,
if
we'll
I still
see.
have one. That looks really promising. It looks fun. If it's like a Sims type or builder game, you know, I've always liked those ones. I think that's where I have the disconnect with Hv-Mtl is because all I've been doing is energy farming. I haven't really built anything. You know, Yuga did put out a video today about the shop and a little late, a little oddly timed,
Mm.
I'd say. But you know, it makes you think that they think that how they build it out creatively has, you know, some kind of input to the voting structure. And I kind of laughed. I was like, oh, that's not at all how the game has been going. But yeah,
I'm
you know
just
that.
kind of
What are we
looking at
looking at?
this. This is Fairway. This is apparently the platform that they're building Serum City on.
Yeah, that looks like Fortnite right there, right?
Yeah, pretty cross game base builder, Fairway Land, public alpha. I won't do this all like right now, but yeah, I'm looking over here. You can probably get an idea of like some of the mechanics that they're using just by looking through some of this stuff. So it could be
Yeah.
worth exploring at some point, you know?
Yeah. I honestly, I think there's a lot of cool games coming out. I think another game we should jump out over and talk about right now is Rec League, because that's another
Yeah.
one that has like I got that one up right now on the screen,
Oh,
and we
perfect.
we watched the trailer the other day. I mean, if you don't mind, let's watch it again real quick because this shit is pretty cool.
All right. You may need to
Let's see if I have to come
share the
through.
browser tab.
All right,
That's
let's see. You can't hear it, right? Let's see. All
yeah, I can't hear anything.
right, let me do that. Let me do that real quick. And I think the reason that's cool to talk about this is just the variety of game. You know what I mean? To see how much stuff is starting to come.
Dude, Rec League has been like ever since they announced, it's been like content after content. You know what I mean? And
So much so I
they
haven't
even
been able to keep up.
they even came up with release date for when you
Mhm.
can actually play the game.
Yeah.
So
Were you in that spaces with Yatsu the other day?
yeah, yeah, there was a few. He's been at it.
It was cool to hear about, the mint date, the mint price, like getting these details because that's
I'll
kind of
queue
always
that
this.
up. I'll queue that up
All right,
after.
let's watch this. That shit looks so cool.
Yo, you gotta love it. I love Cheech, the new character.
I just love how close of a game this will be for us to have some kind of, winning opportunity, right? Like that visual is fantastic, but then when you dig a little deeper into how they've kind of constructed the game, there's a lot to it. We watched a bunch of people play. Actually, this will be cool.
Yeah,
Uh,
play that.
Getting to see all the homies test play that the other day is quite interesting as well.
cutscenes are sick.
Mhm. Yo, I want to play
Bro,
that shit so badly.
they're just on point with the content, man. You know, it just seems so much more put together and polished than other things that I've seen come out of like the Web3 space. You know what I mean?
It's
So
enticing, man. Like everything I've seen where I'm like, okay, every time I've seen it, I've gotten a little bit more interested. And what we'll talk about in a little bit is how it worked out with the claim, where if you have a coda, you get to claim first.
yeah.
If you have, I believe, a mutant or a doggo, then you claim next, and ape lastly. But I'm still trying to figure out why did I need to KYC? Like, what's the purpose behind that? And I did appreciate that they removed the social security requirement as of now. So
Oh, did they do that for the KYC? Did they already remove it?
yeah,
Did you
it's
have to?
already gone. I didn't have to put that in, and
Yes.
the KYC took less than like 2 minutes. So
All right,
very
perfect.
very simple process. Let's watch this video real quick.
Yeah, let's do it.
Welcome to Rec League, the Megaverse's premier mech sports combat organization. This is the league where the best mech crafters and pilots show off their latest creations, compete for notoriety and riches, and battle to see who's best. After opening the boxes you've minted, you'll want to head over to the rec shop to see the parts in detail. Select My Parts, log in, and connect the same wallet you connected to Mint. You'll see all the mech parts you own. Each one is an individual NFT you can trade, sell, or use to build your mech. Select Assemble, and you'll be taken to your personal garage. From here, you can build, deconstruct, and rebuild your mechs whenever you want. You'll need 10 individual parts to make a mech. On the right are all the parts you own. Click on any part of the mech frame to see your inventory and options you own that can be used for that part. Click Attach to add a piece. And don't forget to try different pieces in different combinations while you're building. You'll see each part's stats, attributes, rarity, and combat abilities, all of which will affect how your mech performs in battle. If you want to replace a piece, just hover your mouse over the part, click on it, and a new window will open showing the part selected for removal. Click the Detach button and select a new part from the ones you own. Once you've dialed in your creation, hit the Assemble button to finalize the build and mint the mech. Your minted mech is now a new NFT in your wallet. But if you decide later that this mech isn't performing the way you'd hoped for, you can disassemble it. At which point the mech NFT is burned and the individual parts are unlocked and reclaimed in your inventory. If your creation turns out to be a ringer, you can sell or trade it as the mech NFT you minted when you built your mech. But you might want to keep that future champion and add it to your roster of unstoppable fighting machines. Owning multiple mechs is key to gaining entry into tournaments,
sick.
events, and other opportunities to add value and utility to your account over the coming months. Get ready to go nuts and kick some bolts. Welcome to Rec League.
Some bolts.
Yo. So that was interesting. I actually haven't seen that video, but the fact that they said having multiple mechs will benefit you in future tournaments is interesting, right? So you know how you were talking about earlier, like tiers on the deeds. You tier 1, you play with tier 1, tier 2, you play with tier 2 in Legends of the Mara. Like maybe there's some kind of tournament structure here where you're like, you can enter this one if you have 1 mech. You can enter this tournament if you have 5 to 10 mechs. This one for 10 to 20. Like that, they very well could do that kind of stuff. So that's
well, it even says on the parts that you just had up, it said like rare this, epic this. So you definitely have those rarities. It's the NFT part is interesting where you have all the different parts that are separate. You assemble it in the garage, which Hv-Mtl has a garage too, which is
right.
also interesting. And then when you assemble it, that's when it actually takes all 10 of those NFTs, essentially burns them, and creates a brand new NFT that becomes a mech character.
That
And
was
then
cool.
you can break it down and you can burn that mech character into 10 different used mech parts. So that's really interesting. You know,
This is interesting too. He said multiple mechs also grant you a Yuga mech box for later seasons, which are better than legendary boxes.
yeah,
And so that was what I was talking about earlier when, you know, when it comes to the KYC, the reason I decided to do the KYC is I wanted to mint some of these when they come out on the 17th. And they come out at, I believe, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And they suggested getting into the lobby about 30 minutes before.
it's gonna be like Top Shot,
Yeah.
where
And then,
they're using the Qit system. So
okay.
you have to be in the lobby prior to when they go live,
Right.
because as soon as they go live, it takes every single person in that lobby and then randomizes it and gives them a random queue number.
I can appreciate that. I can appreciate that. So
if you come after they start it, then you go to the very back. But if you come anytime before they randomize the queue, then you could get, you know, in the top 1,000, or you can get pushed all the way to like 27,000.
yeah, just make sure to get there early if you want to have a chance. And so the KYC, Sean, was maybe a 2-minute experience, fairly, you know, basic. They did ask you to scan your face, the whole left, right kind of thing, but
Oh
nothing
shit.
that I haven't done before for other things. So you know, and I appreciate
Shit.
that they removed the social security requirement for now, because like the revenue share part, I don't think that's going to happen for a long time. That's not going to turn on right away. But what I did take away from what Yatsu had talked about there was that it wasn't going to be a minimal percentage of a revenue share, because he was saying something like, you know, if you have to share with a gamer, you're not going to share 1% with them or something, right? So
yeah, they said there's like rumors of like 2 to 5%, and they said they would be insignificant double-digit percentages.
right. So that really made me think, well, I'm definitely going to have to mint some of these.
Yeah, that's awesome. So here is the latest video that's about 2 minutes long. I think it's worth it because this kind of, you know, with the KYC deadline coming up tomorrow for mint number 1, you're going to want to be aware of what you're actually doing, because it is different than the claim that you would get if you're a Coda, BAYC, BAKC, or Mutant holder. Those you get claims, and apparently those mechs you can't disassemble it. It's just whatever you have, whatever you get, those are your characters. Which will be rare in itself. You know, not everyone would have one of those. But what you would get if you own a Coda and you're part of this first mint process, that's what this is all about. So we're gonna watch this video and see what this first mint's all about.
So what can we expect from Mint? There are 2 types of boxes available for Mint. Majestic box, containing 10 random parts to guarantee building out one full mech is your top of the line box.
Can you hit it again and maybe let it buffer, because it's real choppy.
Oh yeah. All right. Let's see.
Let's try again.
So what can we expect from Mint? There are 2 types of boxes available for Mint. Majestic box, containing 10 random parts to guarantee building out one full mech is your top of the line box. Booster boxes, your supplementary boxes containing 5 random parts. These won't make a full mech, but can help customize your collection. Reserved exclusively for Coda holders, a special Founders box can be claimed for free. Post the Mint sale. Instead of individual parts, these unique boxes contain a fully assembled mech ready for combat and cannot be disassembled into parts. Mint 1 is happening soon. Here's what you can expect in the following weeks if you're in for the ride. But first, if you haven't already, get on the allow list by going to the website. Only registered members can participate in the Mint. So this step is crucial. Step 1, Mint. On Mint Day, head over to the website to purchase your desired boxes. Make sure you have 8 coin and some ETH to cover gas fees. Once your purchase is complete, the boxes will be minted in your wallet. These boxes will remain in a blind state for 1 week. Step 2, the reveal. 1 week after mint, your boxes will reveal their rarity, which means you'll get a sense of the rarity of the parts inside your boxes. Step 3, box open. A couple weeks after the rarity reveal, you'll be able to open your boxes and finally find out what parts you got. If you choose to open your box, the parts inside will go to your wallet and your open box will now be burned. Step 4, assemble and fight. On the same day the box is open, you will be able to assemble your parts in the garage section of the website, finally bringing your mechs to life. You can even take them out for a spin in-game that is fully accessible to you. This marks day 1 of the first tournament titled Mezzy's Mayhem if you choose to participate. So what are you waiting for? It's time to be part of the revolution while you still can. You dig?
You dig?
Let's kick some bolts.
I dig. I like the fact, and so this is what I was talking about earlier when I did the KYC. So it said that if you have multiples, like let's say multiple codas, when you go ahead and mint, you get a higher rarity tier, almost guaranteed, right? And so I wanted to make sure that my warm wallet was connected to that because I didn't want to move my codas out of the hardware wallet into, so I checked that out earlier and it seems to be all good. So they said for that, you just have to have those connected by the time they do a snapshot, which I believe will be the 17th.
Yes. Well, they said something about all right, so once you mint, then they have the reveal, and that is where you have this kind of Yuga branded box, which is going to be the most rare.
Yeah.
And then the rest. And then you get to open it, and the one that is Yuga branded has the highest chances for rare items. So
then it becomes like a deflationary thing too, which is a kind of cool construct of just any game that I like to be a part of. Like, do you keep the box closed?
Well, it's like every single one of these parts is an NFT.
Right.
So that means you should technically be able to trade them. I'd be curious on like how the degens decide to actually price some of these things.
Well, I mean, and then that means also like do you keep the box closed? Like us, like we collect basketball card packs growing up and boxes, right? So I always like that aspect of like I don't have to open the box. Cool. I might get this Yuga box, mint it, and then sit on it for the next 6 months, and then see some people put up some premium prices for some of these components. And then go, hey, I got
just
this
so they
box.
can roll the dice. Just so they can roll the dice.
You want to feel something. You want to feel alive.
Don't you want to get a taste of what it feels like?
That's what we do this. No,
me, like I fucking open up packs. Like I'll keep a few packs on ice, like when it came to Top Shot and stuff. But I just remember, like, it's time to open up a pack.
I still have so many packs unopened from Top Shot.
Oh hell no, dude! We need to just pop those bad boys. So yeah, what's cool is like once you assemble and fight, you can immediately get into fighting with it to give it a test drive. And then they said Mezzy's Mayhem is the day 1 first tournament. So I'm sure there's going to be some prize pool for that.
Well, and so what's cool about that is it sounds like if you get your claim for your coda or your mutant or your doggo or your ape, you can participate in the tournaments, right? And so I had been thinking, what's the difference of the claims versus the KYC and mints, right? And it makes sense. The KYC ones, you'll be able to deconstruct, construct. You have component parts, build out your other ones. The ones that will get the claims, they're as is. You can't take them apart. Okay. But I am now excited to realize that those can be fought in the tournaments, right? So if you're good at the game and you get one of these free things, boom, now you can enter this tournament day one.
Yeah.
That's kind of dope.
Yeah, that's what Vlad said. Keep the box, but you miss out on tournament rewards since you don't have a
Right.
mech to play with. Yo, so allow list will close August 15th at midnight Pacific or 11:59, 1 minute. And then pre-queue begins at 8:30 a.m. Pacific. And then the mint opens at 9. So you got 30 minutes to just make sure you're in the queue.
Majestic supply box is 25,000 at 158, and the booster. Okay, so the Majestic gives you a full mech. It gives you 10 components to create a full mech, right? So that means right there, that's 25,000 mechs they're putting out into the game. Boom. First day.
So how much is 158 right now? Do you know?
It's like $300 or so. It's like earlier I saw ApeCoin was at 210. So let's just say $2 a coin. That's about $300.
Yeah, I'll do the conversion. So it's 158 is $306.89. And if you want to convert that to ETH, that's about 0.1666.
Yeah, that's interesting. So, I mean, to be honest, what's crazy about this is there's 25,000 supply, 5,000 booster boxes.
7 basically.
Didn't Yatsu say that over like 200,000 people KYC'd? So, fuck.
Yeah, you know what? I think there's going to be a lot of people that enter the queue. At least enter the queue, because that's not even like checking out. You know what I mean?
Right. It's gonna be a gas war, I think, perhaps. I don't know. Maybe. It's
I
been a
don't
minute.
know.
I don't know, but like there's a limited
They can
supply of
throttle how
30,000.
many people are allowed in the queue. You know what I mean? So I think the whole
I hope they
purpose of the
do.
queue is so that you don't have a gas war.
I mean,
You know, because
also
you
like
can basically just be like, all right, we're gonna mint the first 100 people first. Make sure that they get taken care of. Make sure the checkout flow works. We've seen that in Top
we'll
Shot.
see.
You know what I
We'll
mean?
see. Yeah. I mean, I hope so. It would be nice to not have to pay extra gas for this, but I mean, the reality is they said have ApeCoin and a little ETH ready. So
Yeah, free
I'm
gas.
gonna have enough for a good gas war, just in case. It's been a minute, man, since Otherside deed where I throw away like multiple ETH in gas just to feel something again.
No.
But no, this game sounds cool. I like the idea. You know, you've talked about how it's similar to the Power Ranger game. It's kind of a reskin.
Dude, I downloaded the Power Ranger game, and I started playing it, and it actually got me bullish on Rec League. I was like, oh, okay. I kind of get it. Like, at first, I was really skeptical about the kind of controls, because I'm used to like Street Fighter and it's all reaction time. And like, as I do certain moves, every move is in real time almost, but yeah, I do, Dirk, I do think the whole purpose of the Qt system is to prevent a gas war, because
I
you
love
can
that.
essentially limit how many people at a time are minting. So
That'll be
instead
great.
of all 200,000 people trying to mint, that would increase the gas war if everyone's trying to add a block,
Right.
or add a transaction to the block. So the Qt system, they can essentially decide how they want to throttle it based on how smooth things are going. I've seen it happen like where it's executed well. I've also seen it where it's horrible. Like, I remember the Q system for like multiple Top Shot launches with certain packs. But also, like, remember Nifties, and they had like this matrix thing that was a mess. There's so many different ways to do it. So hopefully, they have a smooth mint. I would really hope so. So are you going for the Majestic box? Of course, right? Like,
Yeah, I mean, I think
you're
that
gonna
seems like
pay
the
the
most obvious.
150.
Yeah, to get the full mech part, right? And then get the booster box to have like the adjustment.
How many are you gonna get?
That's tough, man.
Mezzy's Mayhem if you choose to participate.
I have no idea. I want to set aside enough for at least 2. Like 2 to 5 would be 5 would be great.
Here it is. What happens after Mint 1? Box rarity reveal is August 24th. Okay. And then after the box rarity reveal, so the box rarity reveal is only when right here where you have these majestic boxes, but then it turns into one of these.
Right. And
The
that's
box
weeks later.
that happens on August 24th. And then on August 31st, we can open up our boxes, I believe, and that's maybe also when the coda claim happens. And then it says part reveal, garage opens, tournament opens. Oh, part reveal. Sorry, I guess we can actually open our boxes on September 14th. So that's when we'll see our parts in the box. The garage opens where we can start assembling and disassembling. The tournament starts, Mezzy's Mayhem, and the game opens on September 14th. Here's how to prepare to get everything you need to know about the Mint. This marks the end of the thread. This leads you to a Medium article, which just essentially goes into a little bit more detail around the entire Mint. So,
I mean, there's so many games coming out, man. I think Rec League will be fun. I think Serum City will be fun. 10KTF bounties have been interesting. We'll cover that on Thursday at OTHERspace FM. Talk about the popcorn situation and kind of how that's all worked out, because there's a lot of different opportunity to have fun. We're hoping that all these NFTs we're grinding for have some kind of monetary value. At least I am. Otherwise, why are we doing this? But to have fun and all that, yeah, I guess. But at the same time, like, I still want to make money and play a video game. That's the whole reason why I think these games have such massive opportunity in front of them. Because if they can create economies, then you're going to see a lot of people gravitate to this experience.
Yeah, so they're giving a look at the majestic boxes and the boosters. So what if you get majestic, right? And you get like a Yuga rarity, which I think you get, right?
Yeah, I think you would get it, because you have to have your codas or your whatever like tied to it, so that when you mint, you get that guaranteed. It sounded like.
Okay, so let's say you get one of those. Let's say you get a legendary sword. Like, this weapon is like super rare. It's fucking super OP. If you fight with it, like, it's really hard to lose when you have the sword. Are you gonna continue to build a mech around it, or are you gonna do what you said and, hey, I'm gonna get the monetary value and say fuck the sword? Like,
Realistically, I would love to build out the most valuable fighter I can, so that by the time that opportunity to make those copies, so that Web2 people can buy them and pay for them, that would be awesome. That would be ideal. That's probably what they want too, is spend 6 months to a year cultivating the most primal, beastly, mechs that you can, with all these different components, and then know, like, this one will sell, right? So I guess that's part of what I'll be doing in my mind, is looking for opportunity to create a good fighter, because I want to play the game. I want to try it. But if I'm putting a good amount of money into it, am I looking for a player to fight it for me? Is that a part of the game that I need, or am I capable as well, right? So that'll determine what I do with like a legendary sword. Because for me, I think I'm always thinking, like, what's the long-term play of this game, right? And so the long-term play for me is creating these mechs and being able to sell them and getting that hopefully potential, passive income from people buying my creations.
Oh shit. All right. Well, first of all, I think that's what's really novel about this game, is that, like, for gamers or anyone who wants to play with these gaming assets, like, I would want especially as a collector, like I like collecting cool shit. And then it would be dope to earn some sort of way and become a part of the economy while still holding what I collect. You know what I mean? It's one thing if I like, even in heavy metal, like I'm building up, I'm putting all this effort. Am I going to sell my mech like just because it's worth like X amount of ETH? I don't think I am. Like I want to just keep playing. I want to see where it goes, and I want to have something dope.
Yeah, it's tough. That's a tough one.
At the same time, like how could I potentially be a part of the economy in the games that I'm participating in? And you know, that's what I like about Rec League is that they came up with this new way where if you own and you're participating in this creator part where it has, you know, you own the NFT. If there are people in Web 2 that do in-app purchases or use your mech in tournaments and things like that, then you have the ability to earn from those experiences by holding something.
Right.
You know what I mean? By collecting something. Like if I'm looking at all these different parts, this is kind of where I'm getting into this, right? Like this shows the rarity part spectrum. And it says the rarity of the box determines the rarity spectrum of its contents. So if you look, if you get a legendary Yuga box, you're going to immediately get 5 legendary Yuga parts in that majestic box.
Interesting.
And then you'll get 3 legendary parts and 2 epic parts. So that's the rarity spread that you're going to get for majestic. You know what I mean? Whereas if you get a legendary, then you get 5 legendary pieces, 3 epic, 2.
Right. So like it almost makes sense if you have a Yuga piece to get one of these because you're just gonna come up, or at least the ones you're gonna get are gonna be, you know, primed to win or give you a competitive advantage. Let's put it
Look at
that
what
way.
it says. You will only have 1 chance for Yuga mech parts in the Yuga rarity majestic boxes. So I think this is the like this is like right what they're talking about with Mint 1.
Yeah. I dig it, man. I look forward to this game. I think it's gonna be fun. If you haven't already, the KYC deadline is the 15th of August. So
Yeah.
do it tonight. Make sure you go to the
Okay,
official
so
link
you
on their
can
website.
like if you're kind of banking on the fact that you're a Coda owner, you don't even think about the booster box. You're like you immediately go for the majestic because
100%.
that's the only way you'll get a Yuga specific box.
Right.
The other thing it makes me think about, which I think there may be a lot of people that do this. Oh, okay. Here, Q3 2023, Mint 2. It says, don't worry, apes and kennel holders. Your turn will be later this year in Mint 2 and Mint 3 with the same benefits. So MAYC and BAKC holders get a rarity boost when buying and can claim a founder's box. So this whole thing kind of repeats for MAYC and BAKC holders. And then Mint 3 BAYC. So it's interesting that BAYC is last as well. And then, yeah, the Mint 1 is the Genesis Mint, and it's offering special incentives for Coda holders to obtain higher tiered box at Mint, as well as special claim following the Mint sale. During this claim period, Coda owners can claim a free Founders Box for each Coda they own. And the Founders Box is what you it's basically the Mint that that's just the mech. You can't like deconstruct it.
Right.
This is cool. Rarity boosted for each BAKC NFT. Whoa, look at this. So I find it interesting that if you get 1 free founders box per MAYC NFT owned, but you get a rarity boost for each BAKC also owned.
Well, that's what I was saying. They give interesting rarity boosts based on volume of metrics for certain things. So, like the Coda one, they insinuated like the more Codas you had, it would be a rarity boost as well.
Oh, okay. So look, check it out. So MAYC and BAKC, you're gonna get for one. If you own a BAKC, you're just going to get a founder's box. If you own a MAYC, you're just going to get a founder's box. But in Mint 2, you'll get a rarity boost if you have a MAYC and you have a BAKC. So that's pretty interesting. And then BAYC holders, they get the founders box and it's rarity boosted already. So you don't need the doggo like you would for a rarity boost for the MAYC.
Got it. I mean, this game sounds like it's going to be worth exploring. You know, we're going to try it out. We'll definitely live stream some of these fights when they come out. I'm excited to maybe when we do an unboxing for the parts or something. That could be cool. Are you going to mint, Sean? Or are you going to do the KYC? What are you thinking?
Dude, 158 coin. Yeah, I think you know, I'm excited. I want the ecosystem to win, dude. And here's what I'm also thinking. If I get something where it's like legendary Yuga parts, I'm already in line to pay for the mint and then get 5 legendary parts that are Yuga, 3 legendary parts that are just legendary, then and 2 epic parts. I can go on the aftermarket and maybe just find 2 legendary parts, maybe whether it's legendary Yuga, and have a fully legendary mech.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that would require me purchasing some extra parts. But if that mech could be super OP and fucking win, then that might be worth it, you know? And just like, especially with price discovery, like some people are gonna be like, oh, you know what, fuck this, I don't get it, whatever it is, and then they get rid of some of their legendary or Yuga parts, you know?
Yeah. Also, I mean, depends on what the prizes are for the tournament. They didn't say what the prize was. They just said day 1 a tournament kicks off. But like, if it moves the needle for some people, they may, you know, try. And why not?
What if there's like someone who's within the community that's like, yo, I fucking they're sick at this game. But if they were like, yo, Jason, like you got a full Yuga out like legendary mech, like let me fight with yours in the tournament. And there was a way to split some rewards, like that would be sick, dude.
Yeah, 100%. I think that'll happen.
Yeah. You know, and I think that's kind of like interesting, is that you can really partner with people who are really sick. And if I'm in the position as a collector to be able to have like a legendary Yuga mech, you know what? Like besides just selling the mech, like we can go earn, like play and actually earn some
and we could team up too. Like let's say based on this breakdown, right? Like you get a certain amount of those Yuga parts, I get a certain amount. Didn't they say we only need 10? So like maybe we can make a Yuga mech together and then we find a fighter and now we're working out as a team to create these kind of opportunities. So I'm not really sure how it's all going to play out, but I'm definitely excited to see how it goes. And I'll probably shoot for at least 2 of them, 2 of the majestic boxes just to see. The booster box, I don't think will be necessary per se for me.
Yeah, because you have no benefit.
Yeah, so I think it'll be cool. I'm gonna be in that waiting room early. I already put it on my calendar, next to my forging times.
I'll probably do one mint. You know, 158 coin is a lot, so
yeah.
I'll probably do one.
Especially, it's a lot considering we already get claims too.
Yeah, but the other thing I'm thinking about is if I do 2. And I can definitely have at least 1 mech that's like legendary Yuga. That's 100%. 5 parts and 5 parts that are Yuga legendary.
Right.
So,
yeah. I mean, the general rule of thumb I've always got by is you buy 2, you flip 1, pays for the first one, and then you're kind of like free rolling, you know?
that could be true in this,
Wow.
but it's definitely different than anything else I've kind of participated with the whole idea of like 10 parts, breaking it down,
Oh yeah.
etc.
I love the fact that they said if you fight it and you don't like it, you could break it down or you could sell it all as one. I think there's going to be a lot of fun, novel kind of approach to this game that we may have dreamt of before, but never fully experienced. So like, I dig the part that it'll be all these multiple NFTs. We can combine them, create the fighter we want, which means that like, even if we had all the same parts, like we might not layer them the same or something like that. So I like
Yeah, and play them the same. Like all of them will play a little bit differently. You know what I'm
that.
saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Dude, this has been a fun hangout. This hour has flown by, honestly. It really has. I think there's gonna be a lot of fun games ahead of us, and I look forward to streaming many of them here with you guys on OTHERspace YouTube channel.
Yeah, dude. We didn't even talk about bounties either, dude. So
We'll have to cover that on Thursday, man.
yeah. Yeah, I think it'll be good to just wrap this one up. But I definitely look forward to seeing how bounties are playing into everything, and I can't wait to see how that plays into missions, like
Yeah.
GTAGs play into missions, as well as um how the mechanics of teaming up could actually tie into Legends of the Mara as well. So
So many tie-ins. I can't wait. All roads leading to the other side, which I think is the most special part of this all. And Sean, thank you for hanging out and cracking a beer. Shout out to
yeah,
Board Brewing.
cheers.
I gotta get one of those myself, man. And the IP usage is on point. I did say that I would be giving away 5 8-pins. I don't know if you could see the back, but after this spaces, I will go ahead and pick 5 winners from that and then reach out to you guys and hopefully mail these out within the week. So I'm looking forward to getting these out into the world, man. The 8-pin community is strong.
Yeah, man. And thank you to everyone that pulled up today. Like, really appreciate you guys pulling up in the chat. It's awesome to see everyone. Mario, what up? Justin, Raw. Yeah, just everyone. Muck. Um, really appreciate you guys. This has been fun. It's fun for us. I just hope it's fun for everyone else. You know what I mean? Like,
I
at the
mean,
very
look,
least,
Justin said it went by quick, so that means at least he was having a good time. At least one guy.
I'll tell you what, like this is, and we've done it before where we were doing live research, right, Jason? Like we're like, yo, we don't know shit about Otherside when we first started OTHERspace, and the whole thing was like, let's broadcast, let's go live when we research this stuff.
Right.
And so here we are, learning about Rec League, learning about Serum City together. And I gotta say, like, I can honestly say I took away a lot from this session with you guys. So, and I took away a lot from just like what the community is bringing up. Like even the confusion between like, yo, like the difference between the majestic boxes that we're minting and the actual claims that we get for codas and what a rarity
Right.
boost for a founder's box would be. Like all of those things were just kind of like jargon at first. So I now have like a better idea of how Rec League is rolling this out. And I gotta say, man, like everything that they've been doing for, just sharing information, trickling it down every single day has been really exciting. And, kudos to their team. Like they've been
Yeah.
doing it right. But
Yeah, it's like one of those shut up and take my money moments. Let me in. I want to play the game. They're doing a lot of the right things by creating the narrative alongside of the waiting, right? And so it's not just here's a game and then dead quiet for 2 3 weeks. Like they're giving us something to continually build our interest. So I'm excited for that. Congrats to Mutant Hounds and the cartel for dropping Serum City info today, because that shit also looks quite enticing. Bounties. I got into a few bounties. I think you did as well, Sean. So hopefully we get some popcorn in the next few days, and we could probably do a video on that
we
because
got
that's
to. In
confusing as
fact,
hell.
Yo, yeah, you know what? Shout out Choice. I love he said I got into 10K metal. I think he meant
Man,
10K TF because you guys got my Gucci bag. Fuck yeah,
I
dude.
gotta go get one of those Gucci
Let's
bags
go,
too,
Choice.
man.
Let's go, Choice. Raw said, "Hello, me too." Got a G tag. But yeah, you know what? This whole 10K TF stuff. We need Choice. Good sport, man. I love it. We need to do something in the Discord. So if you guys want, join us. We'll aim for hopefully this week. There's just a lot going on, but I think the latest next week, where we can jump into a Discord session and do more of like a workshop Q&A, grind it out. We don't necessarily have to be broadcasting live. We can do it with the community. We go through kind of the foundations of 10KTF because there are so many people that are looking for resources. They're finding websites. They're looking at community resources. And I think we can do a really good job as a community to come together and just help facilitate some of the foundational things that people should be aware of. You know, how to craft an item, how to optimize your loadout, how to join a bounty, and then maybe discuss even some of the strategy behind it. So look forward to that. Join our Discord because you'll notice now with the 10KTF section, we now have a general chat. We even have a Let's Form group chat that we are kind of mimicking what 10KTF's Discord had, you know, to join bounties. So you'll see a LFG Let's Form group channel so that other space community members could actually find the easy time to like team up with people. I think the bounties and teaming up is going to be something that's not going to go away. In fact, I think it'll carry over into Legends of the Mara. So if we can facilitate this type of stuff within the sub community really well, we'll be set up for Legends of the Mara. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
So
I love this comment right here. It'll be insane once the riff opens and we can kill shit.
I know,
Uh,
Dave.
I agree. I can't wait to blow something up. I hope my companion plays in and we find out what that's about. Uh, you can't get a filter like Jason anymore. It's a one of a kind. That time has passed. I'm using an old computer with old software is the real answer. So
You could get a filter from Mutant 33 NFT, but not on the computer. Like I have my filter, but I updated my desktop software so I can't rock it.
yeah.
Damn, that would have been cool, man. We were doing this whole thing on
We
like
had it
us,
for a
us
second.
being our characters and being apes, but now
I
you get
like
to see
this. You
my
guys
ugly
can't see
face.
that my pink hair under I do have pink hair under this. That's starting to match perfectly though. But hey, you know what? I'm looking forward to seeing a lot of people in Miami. If you're coming to Miami,
Yo,
Aesop Berg,
fucking
yo.
Ferg, dude.
So I started my morning. My girlfriend said, "What music do you want to play to pump me up?" And I said, "Play Aesop Ferg."
You did
And that
not. You did
100%, that's
not.
just how I started my day. And then that came through and she like showed me the picture. Look who's that. I'm like, no way.
Yo,
So
you
the
gotta
Bored
be
Ape Yacht
kidding
Club
me.
gets me. They get me. They
You
fucking
gotta
get
be
me.
kidding me, bro.
I can't wait, bro. I can't wait.
How fucking sick, dude.
I can't wait. And I booked my airplane ticket for myself and NFT Traveler the other day. We're staying at Airbnb that's like a 3-block walk from here, so I'm ready for it.
God damn, I wish I can join you, man.
It still says limited tickets are still available to claim, so that means it's not even all sold out yet for people. I know some people were a little confused on Aesop Ferg. If you don't know, go look it up on Spotify, and I promise you probably heard him before.
Do you have like a favorite track or?
Uh, I'm not good with names, man. I could tell you the whole album and what it looks like, but I don't want to. I just can't wait. Let's put it that way. No, I don't have a particular name.
Oh,
I'm not.
that's fair. Yeah, there's a
Yeah,
lot. There's a lot. There's
but I'm excited.
yeah, it's very much fucking like good energy. Like you get
Yeah, it'll
pumped
be
up.
fun. It'll be
You
fun,
get
high
pumped up.
energy, exactly. And the last one they did in Miami, it was cool. It was a lot of like, music that I wasn't familiar with, but I like that they hit so many different genres. and I can appreciate
Yeah,
that. Yeah, I
all
can't wait
independent
to see,
artists.
bro. I can't wait to see who's performing in Hong Kong because I bet you it's somebody fucking amazing.
Dude, I don't know. They said it wasn't going to be like
Yeah,
music
but they said
focused, you
one
know?
night. Like, I bet you there's one night where they do something cool. Maybe Bill Gates comes out and they shake hands.
What?
I don't know. It's boring.
I just don't
Anyways,
understand
maybe it's time.
why. Why is that an example?
Because I've been drinking and smoking, dog. It's time to wrap it up. Everyone, thank you for joining us tonight at OTHERspace PM
Mhm.
episode 2. We'll be doing this every Monday going forward. You know, as we can, 8:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Give late night opportunity for people to come and vibe and let your hair down. And that was me letting my hair down. Just having a little fun talking about what's been happening in the space, what's coming in the week ahead. And you know, for me, I'm still looking to get through Hv-Mtl season 3. It's been a grind, but now the builds are much longer. Still have not gotten to the 4th portal or even started building towards it. So
That's right. Catch me in the Discord because I'm grinding for 24 points today, you guys. So,
all right.
you know, I got to get like 80 votes tonight.
All right. We'll go over to Discord. We'll see you guys later. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you guys for hanging out. Hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. And if you are looking for the spaces link, it is in the description of the video, so you can find us on Thursday.
Awesome. Well, yeah, catch us in spaces on Thursday, and then be on the lookout for a new podcast, new interview coming out on Saturday. That's set to premiere. Love you guys. Cheers.
Love you too. Later, bro. Cheers, guys.